Great morning, business owners and managers, and welcome to another awesome episode of CX in the Morning, Customer Experience in the Morning. I am your host, Wes Walters, and on every single CX in the Morning, I bless you with customer service tips, customer experience tricks, and I leave you with gems. And by gems, I mean actionable takeaways that you can implement at the speed of now. You will learn the importance of implementing an awesome customer experience and how that affects the bottom line. And that by itself is pretty awesome. That's why this is awesome TV. How is everyone doing? How has everyone's week been thus far? It is Hump Day Wednesday, so you should be halfway through your goals, correct? And if you're not, then you're gonna have to play double catch up. Anyway, this is gonna be a real quick show. It's gonna be in and out, and as the show is entitled, it says "Waiting in line." Waiting in line, a great opportunity to wow the customer. Yes, because of COVID, we have a lot of businesses because of the restrictions of how many customers are allowed in the store at one time. We have all of these customers outside of the business lined up, patiently waiting to be served. All right. Now, that is a huge opportunity for you as a business owner or manager to wow your customers. Yes, that is a huge opportunity. Huge opportunity. And here is why. So the customers in line, yes, some will stay. Some will not. Some are going to get frustrated by waiting in line, or if they're like me, they're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna go do something else that's on my to-do list for today, and I'm gonna circle back around. Hopefully when I circle back around, the line is gonna be shorter because I cannot stand in lines. The opportunity cost of just standing there doing nothing, not making money, is not something that I enjoy. So if you're like me, you would leave, and every time a customer like me leaves, that's money that could have potentially affected your bottom line just left. Every time a customer leaves the line, money just left. So as a business owner, you want to get what's called a commitment deposit. Yes, a commitment deposit. And if anyone who goes to Chick-fil-A does this already. Chick-fil-A, in the drive-thru, they have Chick-fil-A employees with the mobile POSs walking down to your car, getting your order, and getting a commitment deposit. You pay for your food. Now, of course, let's not get it twisted. This enhances the customer experience because it speeds up the process. Let's not get money hungry here. As a business owner, manager, you want to operate from a customer-centric point of view. Every decision that you make has to impact the customer in a positive way. So does this affect the customer in a positive way, that what Chick-fil-A is doing? Absolutely. Yes, it does. So let's not get it twisted and thinking, oh, they're doing it for the money. No, it's enhancing the customer experience. However, once I have paid, it doesn't matter how frustrated I get after I've paid. I'm not leaving the drive-thru because I've already made a commitment deposit. So one, you want to implement that where you can get a commitment deposit. And two, it speeds up the process so that's one less thing that the customer has to do when they get to the window. All they have to do is grab their food and they're going. They don't have to pull out credit card. They don't have to. This card is not working. Everything that could possibly go wrong PIN, wrong credit card, wrong zip code, everything that could go wrong with the card is done while they're in traffic, not going anywhere, right? Not going anywhere. So forgive me, but that's handled while they're in traffic. So by the time they get to the window, the only thing that's keeping them back is more condiments. That's it. So getting a commitment deposit is a great way. Now, how can you as a business owner implement this? Of course, if you have a restaurant like Chick-fil-A, you can implement that as well. Get a commitment deposit as well. If you have a situation where it's a dine-in restaurant, there is no reason why, hey, great morning, Naya. Naya, we're talking about, you know what? I didn't even post the topic let me post the topic in here. There we go. There you go. That's more like it, right? All right. So we're talking about waiting in line, how to wow the customer while they're waiting in line. I'm not sure when you popped in. So anyway, I was saying that because of COVID, there's been a restrictions. Great morning. I hope you're having some sawfish and some bush tea for me. So we're talking about, because of COVID, there are restrictions of how many customers can be in line. So of course, most of these businesses have long lines outside, and this is a great opportunity to turn a situation where customers are frustrated by waiting in line, turn it into an opportunity to wow the customers. How can you do that? First of all, operating from a customer-centric point of view like Chick-fil-A does, Chick-fil-A gets what's called a commitment deposit. Yes, they have you pay for the food while you're in line, in traffic, in the drive-thru, frustrated. Because if you're like me and I'm frustrated, I weigh my options. I'm like, okay, are these nuggets worth it? And most of the time when I'm frustrated, I said they're not worth it, and I'm gone. So I exit the drive-thru. However, once they get that commitment deposit, I'm not exiting because I've just paid already, and I'm not going to lose my money. So getting a commitment deposit. And again, this speeds up the process. So this is not just a money grab for Chick-fil-A. This speeds up the process. It increases the efficiency so that when I get to the window, all I'm doing is getting condiments and driving away. I don't have to worry about my credit card. I don't have to say, oh, use this card, or this pin is not working, or this is the wrong zip code, or I haven't activated that card. No, all of that is done while I'm in traffic. So when I get to the window, it's food and go, grab and go. So that is a great opportunity for you, again, if you're a business owner, to implement the commitment deposit from your customers as well. Again, if you have a dine-in restaurant, there is no reason why your waitresses and waiters are not taking advantage of the ones who are waiting, entertaining them, opening a line of credit, opening a tab, getting drinks to them, getting them food that will make them thirsty, chips, salty biscuits from Red Lobster. There is no reason why your customers are waiting in line, your waitresses are not entertaining them and getting money from them. They should be giving them food that make them thirsty and selling them drinks to quench their thirst. That's a no-brainer. That is a huge opportunity where customers are just waiting in a COVID line, not doing anything, and you have $50 per person just sitting there. Open the tab, open the lineup, open the tab, have them having salsa, chips, and drinks to wash it down. Also, if let's just say if you don't have a restaurant, if your customers are in line for something like customer support or customer support, or let's just say you have retail, there is no reason why you shouldn't have a barcode that your customers can scan, automatically takes them to your website, and they're able to browse. Like if you go to my favorite store, Victoria's Secret, you should just be able to scan a barcode and browse at the Victoria's Secret. Takes them automatically to the website, and you're able to browse the beautiful garments that are on the website, that are in the store at this location while they're in line. So by the time they get in the store, they know exactly what they want. Let me know if this makes sense. Give me a 1 Naya if this is making sense to you. Let me know if this is making sense. So yes, they are in. While I'm in line, I went from being frustrated to being entertained and looking at what I'm going to get when I get into the store, right? Also, If let's just say your business, if they're in line for technical support, there is no reason why you shouldn't have a QR code where they can scan. Naya said this is making sense, great stuff. And again, if your customers are in line for technical support, there is no reason why they cannot scan a QR code that automatically generates a chat. So now they're chatting with someone from your team, from the technical team, while they're in line. So by the time they get to the counter, they say, hey, Mr. Walters, oh, yes. So you're here for this. And half of that has already been rectified while you were waiting in line. So here we see, again, taking an opportunity to turn something like that's so dreadful, like waiting in line, where again, for me, half of the time I leave and come back. I'm like, I'm not gonna stand in this line. I just don't do lines, right? But here it is, you turn an opportunity, you turn a bleak situation that's normally a negative situation, and you turn it into a positive. If it's a technical support, you begin the technical support while they're waiting in line, while they're chatting with someone. So by the time they get to the front of the line, they're ready to go, or half of that has already been rectified. And again, if you have a restaurant, there is no reason why your servers are not giving the customers some salty foods, some salty snacks, so that it can make them thirsty and they want to go to the bar and support the bar. Huge revenue making opportunity. Huge. KBC, nice voice. How you doing? We're talking about turning, as the title says, waiting in line, a great opportunity to wow the customer. And again, of course, if you have a retail opportunity, if you have a retail store, there is no reason why someone from your team is not walking down with an iPad or a cell phone, allowing them to scan the QR code, and automatically takes them to your website where they're able to browse and see what's in inventory in real time. These are great opportunities. Great. Airbnb does that. You pay as soon as you book it after you arrive, like hotel. Airbnb does that. Yeah, Airbnb does that. You pay as soon as you book, not after you arrive at the hotel. Exactly. Airbnb knows that chances of you canceling goes down tremendously if you have a commit. See, Naya is participating and Naya knows what's going on. Airbnb does the commitment deposit already. The chances of you canceling goes down tremendously if you have already paid a non-refundable deposit. And with Airbnb, most of the times it's half of your deposit. Say if it's $1,000, you paid $500. You're gonna think really, really hard about canceling that $500. Hey, great morning, Paul. Great morning, Paul. We are wrapping up, so you're probably going to have to watch the replay. This is a real short show. We're just talking about, because of COVID, a lot of businesses, because of the restrictions of how many people can be inside the building, a lot of businesses have all these massive lines outside the businesses. Massive lines. And you want to turn those frustrated customers, or you want to take that opportunity to turn those frustrated customers, use that line as an opportunity to wow the customers. One, of course, operating from efficiency, getting a commitment deposit, allowing them to stay in the line, but also allowing them to make use of the time while they're in the line. If Mr. Paul, you have a mattress business, there is no reason why they cannot scan a QR code and be browsing the mattresses on the website while they're in the line. And of course, it's updated with inventory of what's actually in store. All right. So, yeah, we're wrapping up, Paul. So you're going to have to watch the replay. But, yeah, this was a quick show. Naya, thank you for tuning in, even on vacation. You see, Naya is loyal. Naya's like, look, I'm on vacation, but I need to get this work from Wes. Naya came for the work. Naya, thank you for being here. And Mr. Paul, thank you for being here as well. So, Paul, go back and watch the replay. It's only 21 minutes, so it's not going to be long. You can watch it as you drive in today. But that's it. Today is Wednesday. Oh, you know what? Before we go, this was on my heart. So that's over. But I wanted to talk about, because someone inboxed me and talking about, she said, hey, Wes, I want to do this, but I don't feel like I'm ready. So I wanted to touch on that real quick. um, where it's, I don't want you to feel, for anyone who's watching this, all the entrepreneurs, don't let being perfect stop you from progress. Don't let perfect stop you from progress. Don't let perfect get in the way of progress. Let me say that one more time. Don't let perfect get in the way of progress. So here is the sister again. She emailed me, she DM'd me. She has these great ideas, and she's like, well, it's not ready. It's not ready. It's not perfect. And my response to her is, put it out. In order for the universe to respond, you have to give it something to respond to. So yes, it's not perfect, but Apple releases iPhones every year that are not perfect, and they get feedback from the customers, and then they perfect it. Android, the same device that I'm broadcasting from right now, releases phones that are not ready yet, but they release them, get them to the market, and the customers let them know what they like, what they don't like. So it's not perfect, but progress is made. So don't let perfect get in the way of your progress. That's the gem of the day. I wanted to leave everyone with the gem of the day. The gem of the day is that don't let perfect get in the way of progress. You know, there's a concept that's called the hinge moments. And the hinge moments are the things that connect who you were to who you are now, or in her case, who you are to who you are going to be if you move forward. These are called the hinge moments. Of course, you know what a hinge is. The hinges of a door is what, you know, keeps the door. Small hinges open big doors. Small hinges open big doors. So you got to look at yourself and ask, like one of my hinge moments is deciding to move to Atlanta. I was about to go to Virginia. I was going to go to Hampton University, and I ended up at Morris Brown and Clark Atlanta University. It's a huge hinge moment in my life. All of what you see right now is because of Atlanta, me being in Atlanta. Could it have happened if I went to Virginia? Maybe, of course. Destiny is what destiny is. But I definitely, the people that I met in Atlanta was definitely a hinge moment in the development of Wes. But that would have never happened if I was afraid, if I needed it to be perfect. No, I can't move to Atlanta yet because I need it to be perfect. I need to have this amount of money. I need to have this right. I need to have my video engineering career exactly the way I want it to be. No, just swim or drown. Get out there and give it something to respond to. So I wanted to, not a preacher, not a motivational speaker, but I wanted to, hopefully the sister is watching. Just put it out there. That great idea. Don't allow perfect to get in the way of your progress. And here's a little news flash. If you think for 1 second that vision that God gave you, that he only gave it to you, then you're fooling yourself. You are tripping without a map. If you think that vision, I know you see that this comes from all of us, our parents used to tell us, you're special. You're special. If you think God only gave you that vision, I have news for you. If I told you how many ideas that I had that I wanted to release, and it wasn't right yet, 6 months later, God gave that vision to somebody else who really wanted it. And I'm like, that's my idea, but I didn't act on it. So again, if you're watching, if you think for one reason or for 1 second that God only gave you that vision, then you are totally tripping without a map. That God will definitely give that vision, because the vision needs to be done. God's work needs to be done, and God is not going to allow you and your lackluster performance or lack thereof to stop God's vision from being done. God has a lot of people that would gladly do the vision and fulfill the vision that you are sitting on. So that's the gem of the day. He did not only give you that vision, he will clearly take that vision away from you and give it to somebody else. Somebody else is praying for you to make another excuse. Somebody is praying right now for you to make another excuse on the reasons why you can't do it, on the reason why you can't move forward, on the reason why it's not the perfect time. So yes, you can either continue to make excuses or you can make it happen. Everyone at this channel, we make it happen. We don't make excuses. So that's it. That's the motivational speech for the day. Anyway, Naya, thanks for tuning in. But yeah, don't let perfect stop you from progress. Whatever you're thinking about doing, do it. This is the second quarter of the year. As soon as you look, it's going to be December 2021. Now what? So act. You guys have a great day. See you guys on Friday. Naya, peace. Everyone on Facebook, Instagram world, peace. See you guys on Friday.